front.
I got the vibe that he already knew he won. So it's just like prepare your speech, prepare your emotions. My man was excited. And obviously, my man made his speech. And then he said something along the lines of like loving children. And what did he say? He was like, if you don't have any children, go get some. Or something along them lines. I'm not phrasing it properly. But then weird. I'm just there thinking,
that's a weird statement.
If you don't have any children, go get some. Brother, that is kidnapping.
But where is this stew? Where is this stew?
But yeah, alright man, let's talk about the game modes. Overall, yeah, before we go through like the nominees and the winners, yeah. What did you lot think about the award show overall in its entirety? I just thought it was alright. I thought it was alright.
I'd say like it was long. I've never done it before, and like finishing at 4 o'clock in the morning was a mazza. But then having all the trailers happen, like a lot of trailers happen in the beginning, and then increments was kind of interesting. But yeah,
it definitely fell off near the end though. Like the beginning, like it was hype, but when it got to the end, it was lagging a little bit.
I thought it dragged. Towards the end. I definitely thought it dragged towards the end.
I've noticed that this is the sentiment I feel towards the award shows in general, because like the other day was the mobiles as well, and I felt like award shows I feel like I don't know how to speed it up, but they need to find a way to either cut some nominations or group them or something, because these are
I think it's like also with the I did like how kind of like they released all the trailers at the first bit, because I feel like with COVID and everything, we hadn't got all like the E3s and stuff that we wanted, like all the releases and stuff, and to see some good ones kind of helped. Kind of made it a bit better. But yeah.
And it feels like as well they're kind of scrounging around to show stuff, because obviously with COVID they have to kind of push things back, and they ain't got enough to show, so they're basically trying to long things out and just try and throw anything and everything in that they can.
Yeah. And I'll say, you know what, overall for gaming, this year, it wasn't that strong, was it?
Bro, really? It's not been as strong. I mean, what did I even get? I don't think I've got anything.
You can tell by the nominations, like a lot of the nominations, just like they needed to fill a space, so they just kind of put stuff in there like kind of fit in that genre, and then they took that.
Yeah, I feel you on that still.
But it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is what it is. At least they were still able to put on a show. People were able to attend. They had live performances. They had trailers and what.
The performances were calm though. Like I could say that at least the performances were actually really calm. Yeah, because usually when it comes to performances at game shows, they're very cringy and they're very just hit and miss.
They had Imagine Dragon in them man there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because obviously Imagine Dragons they've done a tune for the soundtrack of the Arcane show, innit? League of Legends and that.
Yeah, that tune is decent though. But anyway,
yeah. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. The only reason that tune grabbed my interest is because of JID, because that's
honestly.
And then it actually came out as well.
It came out. Can we just talk about the pose that them man were doing on the ground? Like, what happened? What happened so much to be on the ground?
Listen. That for that one, I don't know. They were just doing slip and slide on the floor. I didn't understand it.
Because I remember I was in bed and I was listening to you, man, and I was just perplexed. Like, what am I watching? Like, what's going on? Why are them man just like crouching, doing like sniper balls?
Do you know what? It has to be part of the set, yeah. Because you know, after that came out, right? That performance appeared on my my YouTube page, right? And then I said, fuck it, let me just watch it again. I watched it again, and then I got a recommendation to watch their performance for they performed it at the MTV European Music Awards, and they did the exact same thing. But this time there was visuals.
So this is a routine.
Part of their thing.
Yeah.
It's choreo. Them man did choreo.
Man said they did choreo. They roly-polies on the ground.
They couldn't be bothered to adapt it for another show. They just said, let's use the same one from the last show. Let's just run the same thing.
Imagine
5, 6, 7, 8.
Can you imagine the process for that? Okay, guys, this is a tricky one. Yeah, we're gonna get you to do it. Okay, JID, what I'm gonna need you to do is 1, 2, 3, and squat. Hold it. Hold it. All right, cool. Great, fantastic. You were made for this. No, it was good though. But like we can move on to the best mobile game, as Sayo wanted to start off with.
Let's do it. You've got the list. You've got the list, Sayo, in it. So obviously, you just read out the nominations and the winner.
No, Shaq's got the list.
Sorry. Shaq's got the list.
I've got the list, and I'm playing Back 4 Blood at the same time. I'm a fucking boss. Just remember that. Never forget.
Sorry, big man. Sorry, big man.
Sorry, I didn't want to, embarrass you in front of your friends. Don't be embarrassed. Okay, so the first best mobile game, Fantasian, okay, League of Legends, Wild Rift, Genshin Impact.
I could not get over that mistake. I was like, I did not just hear that.
For context, there was a lady who introduced the best mobile game, this specific category. And when she introduced the category, she was saying the nominations, and then she said Genshin Impact, but she said Genshin.
And the game award goes to Genshin Impact.
But you know what makes it worse? You know what I did? It wasn't even Genshin Impact. She went Genshin Impact. There was no T at the end.
Yes, there was. Do you not see the impact?
Allow it.
Genshin Impact.
She didn't know any better, man.
Then there's Marvel Future Evolution and Pokemon Unite. I only know one of these games. I didn't even know there was more Marvel and League of Legends games or another Pokemon game. So I'm going to leave the Pokemon game to Jake.
It's just literally League of Legends, but Pokemon.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah,
is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Pokemon Unite. I've heard of that one. Obviously, heard of the Marvel game as well. I didn't even know the others. Never heard of them. Fantasian. Never heard of them.
I thought you made that up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, from looking at the picture, the Fantasian game looks like Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact meets Nier, because the image I see looks like a character's down, but the character looks like 2B from Nier Automata.
Who makes the game? Do you know?
It doesn't. Oh, Mistwalker. I don't know who Mistwalker is.
No clue.
Not familiar with them.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but the winner of that category is. Hold on, let me check the envelope.
You're so silly.
Genshin Impact.
Woo!
I'm not gonna lie.
That didn't surprise me though.
No, in no way.
It has a strong fan base.
I've seen people playing this game everywhere on iPad with like a PS5 controller because it's USB-C. But people are out here playing it. Like out here. 100. Every day. But yeah, it was expected for that game. I haven't really. A lot of people love it. A lot of people love it, but I haven't found my reason to play it yet. And people are saying it's grindy, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it's hella grindy, man. It was pretty much the reason I stopped, man. The grind just became too much. I said, you know what? Yeah, I want to play other games, fam. I don't even hate the game. I'll probably go back. It's still installed on my PS5, but yeah, man. At one point, I just said,
it's just a typical mobile game, like. Yeah,
but
I'm tired of that.
But
so why do you guys think it won?
Has a big fan base.
The fan base is mad. And to be fair, on top of that, there's always content being added. So it's like, when there's a new character being introduced, there's always a story. Like it seems to be like a never-ending game. There's always going to be something to do.
I think the fact that you got a console release as well really helped it, because it wasn't just
yes, I can agree with that.
Yeah, no, I think there's so many people that want to play that game, and so many people who still like are recommending people. There's different types of characters you can get. Like you get rewards, and you can build your team to something that you want based on characters you like, all that. And yeah, it's why would you not? Isn't it? It's like
I think it's quite easy to get into as well.
Yeah, but it's grindy.
yeah, 100%.
It's grindy. But I'll do it if you man do it, innit?
I'm alright still. I'm not touching that game. I'm not touching that game personally.
That's a no from me.
It's okay.
It's okay. You man can do it, innit? I'll watch.
I was playing the game by myself for the longest time last year, man. So
nah, bro, we got other games to finish. I'm not starting that.
That's actually true. We have a lot. We actually have a few games.
Honestly, we've got a game we're playing now. We've got a game that you just got me to buy. We've got that one as well.
Look, so if I see this game, if I see Back 4 Blood not getting played, I'm playing it. I don't care. There's no way. I'll play it. It's just Left 4 Dead. I'll just jump in quickly.
Mate, we've been playing that more than Apex recently, so it's definitely getting played. We got the people, them. We got everyone here has Back 4 Blood. So
if you do not utilize Black Friday, then Xbox Game Pass in them, man, they're in it. If you're on PS5 or PlayStation 4 and you haven't got it and you don't want to spend money on Xbox Game Pass. But have an Ethernet cable in it, you mean? You're gonna be doing bare moonwalks still.
Trust me.
Moonwalks. You're not lying. You're not lying.
That's how Jake got away with it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna." I remember Jake said, "I'm gonna buy it when I get PS5." Didn't get PS5, then Xbox was like releasing it on Game Pass for free. He was like, "Well,
yeah, and I got it for free. So why not?
You know what? You might as well utilize.
Yeah, I'd have to pay for it.
It's a win-win situation. We get to crossplay with a minute, so yeah.
No. That was smart. Like you have to spend anything. The only thing you had to, and you already had like what the what's the Xbox version of PS Plus? That thing.
Yeah, I got the game. I got Game Pass already.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's calm. Like you ain't gotta worry.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the next.
So guys, we could talk about some. There's a few like genres, isn't it? I had one in mind as well that I wanted us to talk about, which was best action and adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, so you want me to whip out that one next?
Yo, man, this is an interesting one because who won and who I thought was gonna win. I'm actually quite disappointed.
No,
who won deserved that.
I was expecting, who won? I'm not from everyone speaking about it, hearing all the good reviews. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised. It was tough, but I wasn't surprised.
I'm just being biased, but yeah, go on. Read that.
Man said he's being biased.
That's fair enough.
Psychonauts 2, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Resident Evil: The Village, and Metroid Dread. The winner
was Nintendo.
Metroid Dread. I haven't played the game yet, but I want to.
So Sayo, why were you disappointed that Metroid Dread won?
Only because I wanted Ratchet and Clank to win.
Do you know what? Yeah, I was telling Shaq this. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank ain't winning an award. Yeah, they'll be nominated, but they're not winning the award, and it's kind of upsetting because the game is solid. It's honestly a solid game, but you know what? The few categories it was in, I just didn't see it winning any of them.
In the other categories.
Yeah, I can't lie. Ratchet and Clank might not win an award.
Why would you say that though? Like, if you win the game, like.
Nah, it's just that the games is up against.
I feel like part of the reason is based on fan base. Like if a game has a bigger fan base in general, like it's always going to be an advantage to win. Like Metroid has a big fan base as it is.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess so.
But no, Ratchet and Clank, bro. Even though I didn't win an award, honorable shout out because that is a solid platform game.
I agree with C on this one where it's like you need the fan base to be strong. It's strong, yeah, but for it to win Game of the Year when like other people haven't played it, like, or it's not got like because Metroid, a lot of people have wanted Metroid for ages, a Metroid game to come out, and this one just outdone.
Yeah, so it was anticipated as well. I don't think a Ratchet and Clank game was anticipated. Insomniac was just like, here you go, and we're just like, oh, another one. Let's play it.
Yeah, literally. And everyone I was speaking to was just like, yeah, this game is just sick, like wonderful. I see no faults, and I'm like, you know what? Fair. I haven't played it yet. I've seen clips, and I'm just like, yeah, the art looks sick, the gameplay looks sick. I see no faults in the game. Why not?
There you go.
But then Sayo's here. He's like, I'm not happy.
I'm just being biased, man. I'm just being biased.
You want it.
So what you think? You think anybody else in the nominations had a shot?
Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
you know what? It's they could have, but you know what? After playing the game, I feel like action adventure. I couldn't see them winning it, but I understand why they were there because that
they
one
had
in general.
Nominations.
Yeah, it won awards, bro.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to say that because but we're gonna find out. Yeah.
because in my opinion, like Resident Evil Village had like a following. I don't know if it was a following that would have made it win best action adventure.
Yeah, no action.
Psychonauts started to pick up, but like it was one of the games that picked up like closer towards the Game Awards, And then Ratchet and Clank, it's like people played it, but people weren't on it as much as they were for Metroid Dread or Guardians. Or even actually, to be fair, no one was expecting Guardians to be as good as it was after Square Enix last game, innit?
Yeah,
so,
which is surprising as well.
The one that they butchered.
Yeah, to be honest, like
severely. I could tell you
was that the last Avengers?
Remember, Square Enix did Avengers and they butchered it. When it was announced that they're doing Guardians of the Galaxy, I was like, oh, here we go again. But seeing gameplay, I was like, hey, this game doesn't seem half bad. And
you know what?
I was talking to Shaq, and then I was like, bruv, Black Friday deal. I might cop this game, it's looking all right. I bought it, fam, man powered through the game.
You know what I feel like if Avengers wasn't a flop, I feel like they would have added Guardians to Avengers rather than making it its own game.
They could have. At this point, they need to stop adding people. They added Spider-Man, and that just
let's not even talk about.
But let's not go in that direction. Let's talk about games that deserve awards.
All right, can I throw another category at you guys now?
Go for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Best fighting.
Best fighting. Okay, hold on.
That was
to be honest,
Okay, so I'm liking it because the nominations are actually quite funny as well.
Bro, that's why I said let's talk about this now.
Well, I'll say there's only 2 games on that list that deserve to be there. The others, I don't know why they're there.
The only 2 games that make sense.
The list. Let's read the list.
So we have Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood, Type, Lumina, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl,
and
Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown.
I'm surprised
and the winner of that was Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
I mean,
with Guilty Gear, I only played the beta, but I could completely see why it won. Especially with his art style as well.
Wait. Is that game we downloaded like recently? Like
we downloaded the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We downloaded the other one. The one that we downloaded and no one played.
Yeah.
$1.99.
I played it a little bit. I played it Fiddy as well, a little bit. And then I was like, nah.
Man just played arcade mode and practice. No one came on again, fam. I still haven't downloaded. That's what makes it worse.
Fam, let these games forever remain in the library, man. No worries, just come. They're there, innit? They're there.
Forever remain in the library. So has anyone played this Nickelodeon game?
What Nickelodeon Smash All Stars?
Yeah.
No, I have.
Is it some fake Brawlhalla, some fake Smash Bros?
It's basically like.
It's basically inspired by Smash Bros.
But it's not Smash Bros.
Don't offend Jake.
I heard that they've actually got Shaggy Ultimate Instinct. Is that true? Or was that nonsense?
That's for the Warner Brothers game. They're doing their own one as well.
Oh, okay. Actually, that makes sense, bro. Scooby-Doo ain't Nickelodeon, bro. I'm trying shit.
I'd rather play the Warner Brothers one, to be honest.
Jake, you didn't want to get thingy.
What?
You didn't want to get Earthworm Jim on the fighter pass.
You didn't want to play as Cat Dog.
What?
Man said Cat Dog, the wombo combo.
Nah, do you know what? With the Nickelodeon game, when I see it, it doesn't look like a bad game, but it just seems like there's something missing. I just don't know what it is. I look at the game and it's like
the Krabby Patty formula, is that what's missing?
It just looks kind of cheap.
I said
he's mocking it.
He said it's on 50p version of Smash Bros. That's what he said, fam.
It's little version, fam.
Did anyone play the Demon Slayer game? Did you guys hear anything about that game?
Do you know what? I want to play. I just refuse to pay the price that is currently on sale for.
Yeah, it's just a Naruto reskin.
That's literally where it is. I want to play it personally. I just don't want to pay the price that it's currently going on for.
Because I already know how it plays like. I'll be paying for the character.
We all know how it plays like.
Yeah.
I was literally going to say that's the problem.
We all have Ninja Storm 4, so we all know how it's gonna play like.
Exactly.
But even the menu, they're using the same text.
Yeah,
they're using the same style, font, and everything. So
everything's.
If someone tried to convince me that should have won like best fighting game, I'd say you're a liar because you're just giving me. You're giving me.
Nah, because it was like one of the few fighting games that come out. Fighting games.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking probably because of scarcity, because there wasn't enough fighting.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's one of the categories that you suffer from scarcity. Like it's just they needed the full spots, and they thought, oh yeah, Nickelodeon, let's do that one.
Bro, when you've got Resident Evil Action and Adventure, I'm like, come on, slow down.
What are you trying to say? Like My Little Pony Battlegrounds couldn't win as a fighting game? Oh man,
it was a strong sixth in it.
No, it's in the evils, bro. That's an evil game right now. Changing.
What about action game?
What do you mean? Oh, just action.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a category.
So the best action game. Actually, yeah, this one surprised me, but mainly because like a lot of these games had only just come out, apart from one. So
you know what? On top of that, I don't know anything about it. I haven't really watched gameplay, and I don't know anyone that's actually played this game as well.
What, the one that won?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for best action game, Back 4 Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal. The winner was Returnal.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Mm-hmm. So Returnal.
Those games, to be honest,
I've played Death. Yes, you have Back 4 Blood and Deathloop. I mean, Back 4 Blood you played.
Oh shit! Have I even listened?
And with me, I've even played Far Cry 6 as well.
I'm playing Deathloop and Back 4 Blood. I can say Deathloop is a really enjoyable game. It is got really some good action, and it does make you kind of like change up how you do, you know, the kills and everything. And you have to, because you're reliving the same day over and over, you have to kind of get creative with it, and it's really good.
Yeah, the game seemed cool when I came over and I watched you play it a little bit.
It's good. It's really good. Especially like it does. Sometimes you slip up and you're like, oh, I'm not gonna fail in this, and you're like, raw. I failed, you know. I've done this level like 5 times, and I actually died. It's like, raw, I am slacking. I need to get my skills up. So you kind of like, and because you're repeating it, you're also in that what do I say? In the same feeling as the character, where he's just like, you have to keep playing go through the same day each and every time. But it's good. Back 4 Blood, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm playing it currently right now.
Yeah, we know you're enjoying it. No, but the game is sick, bro. The game's mad enjoyable.
You were giving me Left 4 Dead, but not Left 4 Dead.
I've seen some gameplay for Returnal, and it looked really good though, I must say. Like I watched some gameplay online before, but I think it's on PS5 at the moment, isn't it? So, you know.
Yeah.
No, let's play it then, man.
What?
Watch a let's play.
I'm alright, you know.
Why not?
But it looked really good though. The storyline looks really good. The visuals of it looks really good.
Is there a game you would play?
Definitely. But it also looks really long. That's my only thing.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. It does look.
It looks Horizon.
You know what though? When it was first announced, I thought they were gonna try and do I thought it was like gonna be like Dead Space with a twist or something. But I'm not really like when you watch gameplay, it's not really give Dead Space vibes, does it?
No, it's like it's weird because it's Dead Space, but apparently the idea is every time when you face a boss, you kind of upgrade, like, but your character's form kind of changes a bit, not too like drastic, but you start to see some differences, and it did look nice. Like maybe if Sony do a discount, or maybe you just drop down PlayStation for free, then I'll do it.
Wow, massive for free. Action game of the year for free.
For
Pushing
free.
Well, they've done it before. They've done that stuff before.
Yeah, not soon after it came out.
Yeah, not after just won an award.
Exactly. They're gonna milk that for a while before they drop that.
Wow.
You don't know what's there.
Why not?
But yeah, I mean, yeah. So one of the what do you call it? One of the categories that has annoyed me is the best role playing category.
Why are you offended by this category?
Wait,
Just
why?
because Cyberpunk got a nomination in the first place.
Actually, no. He's right.
My god, man said it annoyed you because Cyberpunk got nominated. Do you know what? That's a valid reason, because we all know performance-wise that game was a shit show.
Man.
Oh man.
The games in
Shaq,
that
I know
category.
you went through that nonsense, but we're not gonna. What? I know you went. You showed me the videos.
I must say, bro, I'm just gonna get through it. I'm gonna say exactly what's happening, but I'm just gonna read out the nominees. We have Cyberpunk, that game, Monster Hunter, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Tales of Arise. And the winner was Tales of Arise.
So that was irrelevant for me. But nah, Sayo, your reason is valid. The fact that it made it, I was like, nah, you lot are running that nomination.
Yeah.
Scarcity.
I feel like it's actually quite disrespectful that a game could perform so poorly but still be nominated for an award. It's like what's
because of the year's hype behind it, that's where.
But that's even more reason why you shouldn't even nominate it. How dare you fail after that hype? Does that make sense?
It's not even like they failed, bruv. They nosedived into hell.
They did. They really did.
And it's so funny because remember in a group, everyone was talking about getting it, and like people were like, yeah, we might get it.
I wasn't one of those people, just to let you know.
I definitely was. I was off because I had a COVID scare, so I had to isolate. And then when I isolated, I was like, "You're making this isolation worse than it is."
Bruv, I think I was gonna get it, but I just held off for a moment, and then all of a sudden, the stories start coming through.
Listen, you holding off was probably the best decision that you made. Me, I'm glad that I didn't really have interest in Cyberpunk. I don't know what it was about the game, but it just did not grab my interest like that. I
had high expectations. I really wanted to play that game. I really wanted to.
I didn't care for it too tough, so I didn't really care.
I'm all right, you know. I'm happy. I'd like to say thank you to PlayStation for giving me my money back. Because boy, if I didn't, we would fight.
Oh, that's why you're
digital
so cool
copy.
about it.
You had a digital copy, right?
That's why you're cool about it. Yeah, that makes sense.
But the funny thing is, people who bought it from
they gave refunds and they removed it from the store. That's how mad it got.
People who
it's still got a nomination. That's crazy.
No, because in a way, it was for PC and PS5. People found it fine. Like it was fine. It was mainly just for the
PC is where it ran the best.
Yeah. So like, people were just saying, "Oh, it was the best for that," so it made sense. Whereas with PS4, it was just problems galore, left, right, and center. But yeah, people who bought it from like say somewhere like Shop2 or a different like merchant that wasn't the PlayStation Store were able to get a refund from CD Projekt Red.
Yeah, directly.
Yeah. So, but here's the kicker. They allowed you to keep the game.
Is it?
So if you ended up getting a PS5 in the end, you could play it on the PS5.
Oh, that makes sense.
So it's like cool.
Yeah.
In this category, yeah. Going back to the category, I actually thought Monster Hunter Rise was gonna win it. I can't lie. I really thought it was gonna win it because that has a huge following, and people were just saying that game was great.
Tales of Arise won, isn't it?
Yeah, Tales of Arise did win. I haven't played any of them, but you know,
I was
same.
All the games on that list except for Cyberpunk, I heard were really good games anyway. So that was a tough list.
Cyberboy.
What about multiplayer? Best multiplayer game.
Again, another game that had the nomination that I'm like, what's happening here? Hold on.
I can't remember.
I know the
I
winner.
want to be a panel for this stuff.
So
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised it won multiplayer though. That's the thing. Anyway, Shaq, take it away.
Okay, so the nominees were Back 4 Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to pronounce it. I'm struggling. But
Valheim, is that what you said?
Yes. Valheim.
It Takes Two.
Yes.
One.
So It Takes Two. Yes. Won that category. With it, I can't lie.
Not surprised though. Not surprised.
I
saw a lot of streamers playing it on Twitch. Not surprised, but I'm not gonna lie. It does look like a fun game.
Yeah, it's got a backstory. Like the backstory seems quite not dark, but seems quite interesting because it's just like, oh, raw. Okay, you guys went a different pro. And the mad kicker, it's EA.
I refuse to believe
right?
It wasn't EA.
I know, right? Right?
It was somebody else in EA because it wasn't the EA that I know.
It's not the EA that I know.
I'm not giving it to EA.
You have to. They won. Even I don't want to do it, but at the same time, I had to do it. I didn't want to, but I had to.
I didn't want to. I just had to accept the fact.
Nah, we're still gonna have EA slander. Doesn't matter.
Oh, don't worry. I'm president of that.
Yeah, goods. I'm vice president.
So please, if you want to, just come to one of our rallies. We offer free refreshments.
What do you mean? I'm vice president.
I said I'm vice president.
But again, I also thought that Monster Hunter Rise had a chance at this, but apparently it didn't. So yeah, that's all to go by. It takes 2-1, as Cee said, like the streams, people were streaming it constantly.
Bro, the streams are strong, bro. I will play the game. I will play it.
So you know what's interesting, right? So it takes two, right? So It Takes Two, as you know, had a few. He won a few on the night. So
yeah, but let's get to that. Let's work our way to that.
Yeah, we have to.
That's why I was like, I thought, are we talking about It Takes Two yet? Because No. We've just scratched the surface.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Son, you cannot run before you walk. Come on now.
All right, what's the next one? What's the next one then? Go on.
I want to mention art direction.
Oh,
okay.
I can't lie. Okay, so the best art. So the nominees were The Artful Escape, The Island, Deathloop, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, and Shayo's favorite, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And the winner was Deathloop. And that game, I respect it. It was basically like you're playing a 60s like style game, and it's just like, think of like 60s style Dishonored, and it was just amazing with action. It was a beautiful game. Like, it didn't disappoint every time when you're moving through, all the way from afternoon all the way to the night. I mean, from morning to the night. Just beautiful.
See, the time I was watching you play it, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Visually, the game looks so nice, bro.
I was surprised Kenna didn't win though.
I haven't seen gameplay for that.
You know what? They won something.
They did. But you know what? That type of game looks like it kind of rides on its art direction. So I feel like it should have.
True. The thing is, that's a game that I do want to get. I'm gonna hopefully If I see a decent sale, I will most likely buy it, especially that around Christmas, because that's a game I do want to play. But since it was announced, I was like, nah, this is a game I'll play.
No, I hear that. For the longest time, you were saying that.
There's certain games that I know that at some point I will play, or I will get. I just don't know when I'm gonna get it, but Shaq knows I will get it.
No, he'll get it. He'll get it at the weirdest time. He'll get it probably. he'll get it. In my head, yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna get it. I'm predicting March 2022. March 2022.
You think that's when I'm gonna get it?
Yeah, don't be petty and buy it before or way after. Just
because of that, you're gonna try and get it this month.
Go on then, and I guarantee you, March 2022 is when you'll play it.
You're mad. Nah, fam. Nah. I'm doing better. I'm actually doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better. I'm not doing another Ghost of Tsushima, buy it on launch, but don't play it till November and then realize I missed out on one of the greatest games that I could enjoy from day one. I waited a whole season before. Your head is round.
No, yours.
But yeah, speaking of Kina, what is it? What category were they in? Was it independent game or something like that?
Yeah, indie.
It might have been.
Best indie game.
Best indie game.
That's
best. It. Actually, after this one, I'm going best ongoing. That's an interesting one. Best indie game. We have 12 minutes, which was an interesting one, like a crime one.
Quite a few people played on YouTube.
Death's Door, Inscription, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, and then Loop Hero. And the winner was Kenna, Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah. It was just that in 12 minutes. Those are the only two I knew about. But yeah, they were happy.
Same, to be honest.
They were happy. They were happy to win that. You could see the joy on their face. They made that game with love. You can tell they were happy to win that.
Yeah, they were
probably surprised that they were nominated. When they come to pick up their award, you could tell they were happy.
Yeah, no, they.
It's a solid game though, so I'm not too surprised.
I think it was like made.
Obviously, I've seen like the gameplay and stuff. Like,
same.
I do want to get it at some point as well.
I think I'll borrow it off of you. It depends on whether you get digital or that's the main thing, because I have Deathloop, so you could borrow that.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, don't do me like that, homie.
You can do a quick swap.
Don't do me like that, homie. Come on now.
Well, yeah. What was the category you wanted to do? Ongoing game.
Ongoing. So ongoing is always an interesting one because I was happy about
Fortnite
who didn't win.
Yes.
Happy that Fortnite didn't win. Like that made my day. Imagine if Fortnite won, I would have probably flipped the table.
No. Someone needs to.
Oh my god, Fortnite!
I would have gone to IKEA, bought a table, assembled it just to flip it.
So what are you doing? I'm gonna powerbomb someone. Why? Don't question it. Don't question it. Like, so we have Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Warzone, and the winner was Final Fantasy 14 Online.
If Warzone won, would you have been surprised?
I would have been like, oh, okay.
It would have been out of hype, not out of, because it's actually like a good.
Yeah,
that's exactly how I feel. I feel like if something like COD won, it would just be like the hype. Like, even though we all play Apex, well, not Jake, but even though we all play Apex, we all knew it weren't gonna win, but we still find it fun.
Apex is just a solid game, like, but it's not.
Sorry, wait. On a side note, just for you guys, can you see the picture? Can you guys see the picture? You can see the picture in it on the website. Like the images.
For what?
For the nomination, for the nominees.
Okay, yeah, like the little square.
Who is that in the Apex picture? Who's that meant to be?
Oh, it's the Mirage skin. It's the Mirage skin for the new. It's the Mirage skin for the new season.
It's where the Mirage have
the one that looks like Horizon.
I'm like, who's that? The only person that should be having braids is Bangalore. This is not Bangalore. But anyway,
what about Loba? What about Loba?
Loba's not. Anyway, let's not go there.
He said, if I speak, I'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
Let's not go there.
He literally said, if I speak, I'll be in trouble. You are banterous.
You don't want to cancel culture.
So it was. I mean, with it, I have to say, I expected them. To be honest, I was even between Genshin Impact, Final Fantasy, or like
Final Fantasy.
Weirdly Warzone.
But Final Fantasy winning,
no
surprise to me at all. That fan base is wicked. The fan base is wicked. The game's been going on for so long as well, man.
Yeah.
The updates that it gets for Final Fantasy are they're big as well. Like, they're not just like any sort of updates. Like
that's another thing. So it keeps people enticed. And you can bring in new people all the time as well. People put in hours.
Because you know the expansions that come out for the game, like those expansions are sizes of like normal games, like of like one game. That will keep you. Yeah, exactly. Like,
I think with this game, I think like I've seen people start to pick it up after seeing it in the Game Awards. A lot of people have just been like, I'm going to pick it up. Why not?
You know what it is? Because they're doing like 7 and 14 day free like weekends, all that kind of stuff.
Also,
they give you a decent amount of time to try out the game, and if you like it, obviously buy the game. That's smart. It's not just like a day or two, it's like a whole week. Yeah, they give you a week, 2 weeks, a month. They're gonna be Amazon Prime soon, bro. They give you 6 months.
I remember a while back. They did they used to work with like, Shoru Ramen in like they have on Piccadilly and stuff. It's like a ramen restaurant. And they said if you like when you get some ramen, you get some free loot as well. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Get to
Final Fantasy?
And you get free. Yeah.
Didn't they have that for 15 as well? They had like a thing with 15 where like there was a ramen brand in there as well. Remember that?
So like to have that, I think that's not bad. You're keeping your fans, happy. I guess it's like with it, there's a lot of grindy elements to it, and it keeps on going. Yeah, you're buying like what DLC packs, but it don't really matter like that. But compared to like what Fortnite and Apex and Call of Duty, it's like you're buying a season pass every time, and you have to like. It's like it's nothing new. You're playing the same thing. Like you're playing, not in a bad way.
They're not the same type of online game. Like
it's PvP versus like RPG. Like
exactly, like MMO RPG.
There's so many PvP games. It's like, why not? Like every new multiplayer game that's come out for best ongoing or the wants to be an ongoing game is always like a PvP. Always. I haven't seen anything that's kind of changing. And see games like Final Fantasy and Genshin Impact changing that, where it's like, here you go.
Something different.
We're giving you something different. Why not? Why not? Give it to them.
Plus Final Fantasy, they actually listen to their fans as well. That day,
that's true. Kind of stuff. That's true. When you got companies that actually listen to their fans, they're the ones that seem to thrive anyway. So,
Rockstar, take notes, please.
I said GTA 6. We're going to give you GTA. What is it? Remastered trilogy.
The definitive edition.
GTA 6. We're going to give you an additional story for GTA 5 Online.
Something that should have been for the single player.
No, it's cool though. We got Dr. Dre and Anderson packing it, bro. That's what you lot wanted. Like, don't get me wrong, I will be interested. But everyone wants 6. At this point, listen, just give me Bully 2, fam.
Exactly. You see the rumors as well. Like, apparently, it was supposed to be the awards. It was supposed to be
at the award shows, and they just don't end up coming. So, listen, I just want to see what 2002 is gonna say, fam. We got some decent games to look forward to.
It was apparently it was supposed to be in like one of the permits. Like people were saying, like it didn't. Like informants were saying, like it was actually shown behind closed doors and stuff. But then they didn't end up showing it for some reason.
I feel like I'm waiting for Bully 2 in it. They're not Bully 2. Or they're talking. There's rumors of Bully 2. I'm like, it's been
there's too many rumors for it to be fake. To be honest, something has to be true.
I feel like at some point we're getting
when there's smoke, there's fire.
At some point we're getting a Red Dead 3. I'm calling it. But that'll probably be another 7-8 years time. But we're gonna get Red Dead 3
after GTA 6. Whenever that comes out.
Most likely. I think, you know what? That to me, that sounds believable. GTA 6, then Red Dead 3.
But I feel like Bully 2 would come first though, before GTA 6.
We would want it to come first.
I would definitely want it to come first.
Yeah.
Kind of tired of GTA at this point.
Moving on. Anticipated game. Listen, let me just read it. Let me just say, I can't remember the nominations, but Elden Ring won again.
Let me see what I anticipated. Oh yeah, it was like all the way at the bottom. Jeez.
Yeah, Elden Ring won again.
So like it was between Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which has it. Is that the name? They said the sequel. They said the sequel.
I feel like if by the time the game does not have an official title, you don't deserve to win.
For
the simple fact you don't have a title.
And then Bethesda's game called Starfield. And as Cee said, Elden Ring won. I was surprised. I really thought it was going to either be God of War, Horizon, or somehow Legend of Zelda. But you know,
I would have liked it to be Horizon personally.
I mean, you already know my pick. I would have.
Look at your head.
He would have chosen Elden Ring. I knew it. It's okay.
He's choosing Zelda.
You're a liar.
He's choosing Zelda.
No.
Untitled Zelda game. That's what he's choosing, bro.
Listen, they've shown enough, bro. I know what they're gonna be like. And they've shown enough. That would have been my pick. I can't lie. I give it Sayo.
Let's move on to best narrative.
Best narrative. Oh, okay, that was. I think if I'm correct. Okay, so nominees definitely. It Takes Two. Life is Strange, True Colors, and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and Psychonauts 2. The winner of that was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not gonna lie, man, it was a good game. It kept me engaged. I was interested in the story throughout. I liked the way that the characters sounded very natural. There was moments where they were comfortable around each other, when they weren't comfortable around each other. Like when they were getting emotional, whether it was sad, anger, disgust, you could actually feel it.
It didn't feel stiff, basically.
No, not at all. Not at all. The voice actor for it as well.
Yeah,
the voice actors were solid. Every single person, solid.
No,
say it again. It was what?
Solid.
From hearing from you, Mal, like from hearing other people playing the game, it just seemed like it was going to be a good game.
Yeah, man. The game is a genuine vibe. Like if you're if you are a fan of like comic book games, this is a good game. This is actually a good game. Like solid. I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm glad, man, because obviously when I first heard the game was announced, I automatically thought it was going to be a shit show. But this is just a classic case of do not judge a book by its cover.
No, I would have thought Life is Strange would have won, to be honest.
Do you know what? Yeah, I personally thought that was going to win, even though I haven't played the game. I do want to play the game. That's another game that I want to cop.
Yeah.
Usually the narratives for Life is Strange, they're strong.
Yeah, they're strong narratives. That's how I just assumed that would win.
But it didn't make the cut.
But now Guardians won. I can see why it won. Nah, it's a solid game, man. The story kept me engaged. Even though at the end of the day, it's just a superhero game. Like the way they went about it, the way they put their own little spins, the humor was on point. When things got serious, I felt like things were placed nicely. Nothing seemed forced. Nothing seemed out of place. There wasn't a time where I was genuinely bored in terms of the story. No, I was engaged from the beginning to the end, man. It's like, you know what it is? They wanted it to feel like the film, but then give it its own identity at the same time. And I felt like they did that. So, Marvel's been the best narrative.
Also, the way they run when they went on Twitter and they did the best narrative, they went on and
the
did,
GIF.
If anyone knows super hot fire, then you would know what the GIF I'm talking about. That was a good one, a good way to say we won, innit? You know, we did it, bitches.
See, humor, Still did. Still did.
Nah. I don't think
they've expected it.
Yeah, I think it was because like after the everything with Marvel Avengers, no one was expecting them to do so well, innit? Like, everyone was kind of like, I have low hopes for this game. That was it. So everyone kind of just went in everyone kind of was like, if I go in expecting disappointment, I won't be disappointed if it does disappointment. So I was like, right, okay, fair enough.
What else was there? There was the esports game, but we don't know which. That one was done. That one was won by League of Legends.
Okay. Yeah, there's like esports team, esports event.
Yeah, because there was bare categories that was like they just got read out like that.
What one's best sports game?
You know what? There's one game we ain't spoken about that won a few awards, fam. The one that won the sports category. Sports racing.
Yeah.
But that was a given.
So, yeah, it was kind of. So the nominees for that were F1 2021, FIFA 2020, FIFA 22, Forza Horizon 5, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Riders Republic. So just about this category,
make it onto the list.
I thought Riders Republic would have given it a run for its money because of how many people really enjoyed it. But
I didn't even get to play that game in the end when the beta was out.
The beta.
But it looked fun.
The beta was
yeah, man. Ubisoft usually do well, so yeah.
But we know the obvious winner in that one.
So the winner was
the obvious winner was
Forza Horizon,
not FIFA.
That's actually the best way to say it. Because if FIFA had somehow won, then they're lying, man.
With the way everyone is complaining as of late. Man, no way.
It's just EA.
No.
It's EA, that's why.
It's just EA, yeah, it's true. But yeah, man, the winner was
Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Forza.
I couldn't say Forza has a strong fan base. People love it. Like
Forza is actually just generally a good car racing simulator type game.
I've never played it, but I've seen gameplay. Solid. So that one, not surprised, man. And what else?
Cool.
It was also another category, innovation in accessibility.
Innovation and accessibility. So the nominees for that was Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and then the Val Shadows of the Crown, or the Veil.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I cannot remember what the other games did. When I saw Forza, straight away I said, they've won.
Forza. They've won.
You should have Forza
and people will copy them in the future. That's the thing as well. People will use that in the future. But yeah, as soon as I saw, I can't remember what the other games did. But as soon as I saw Forza, they won, bro.
Yeah, Forza.
They won 3 categories, I think.
Yeah, no, they I think it was they won
sports.
Oh, I know. No, it was sports.
The sound design
and sound design. I think it was music.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, to be honest. Like the game is popular. It's really popular.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%.
So if they didn't win and another sports game won it, it would be like a lie. So which one best? What else was there? What an interesting category. Oh, community. So there was games. Oh, okay. Best community support. So the nominees was Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, No Man's Sky. I would say, and the nominees, or the person who won, is Final Fantasy 14.
Fortnite.
Yeah, not
Fortnite. That's not Fortnite. Not Fortnite. But yeah, Final Fantasy 1.
Yeah, like I said before, they actually listen to their fans, and they actually listen to
Yeah, so they deserve to win best community, definitely.
Yeah.
So even when I think about the fans, No Man's Sky and Destiny 2 have some loyal fans. I will say that.
No Man's Sky revived itself differently because when that game launched, that game was bare bones.
That wasn't even a game.
Bro, that game was
bare
bones. You know what? They had loyal fans. But yeah, that game was bare bones, fam. But
that's the same story for Final Fantasy as well. Like they literally scrapped their first version because it was how terrible it was, and they only listened because the fans actually cried out so much about it.
But they did their thing in the end.
Literally,
don't know how, but they did their thing in the end, boy. So hold tight them in that one.
Yeah, they did it. So like it. I'm surprised. I'm glad Fortnite didn't win. Jesus. Yeah, like no.
Doesn't deserve to win anything, to be honest.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, I'm sorry. Nah. Sorry, it's just the bit where like I wasn't expecting it. I was looking at my TV and then I turned, and then the first thing I'm like, I see you three, I see you two, and then I see Sayo, and it's like his picture. I'm like,
yeah, no, you know what? Sayo said he had to jump off. He's messaged the group. He said he had to jump off, but he's gonna let us continue with it. So
wonderful.
Yeah, fair enough.
What we doing? What we doing next? What's the? There's
what was the rest of them, fam?
There was one that had games for impact. I wanted to like. It's quite interesting.
Oh yeah. There was that in it.
So there's like Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon,
whatever that is.
Chicory, A Colorful Tale.
That is.
Life is Strange, True Colors, and another
I know
one
what that is.
No Longer Home. Obviously, the one that everyone knew was the one that won, and that was Life is Strange.
That's the only one I knew. Yeah,
that's the only one I knew. Like,
those games are literally about making impact in different like categories of life. Like it couldn't have not won.
Bruv. You got a girl that can sense emotion and shit. Fucking hell.
So this one's very interesting. Actually, this category. This one is best performance, and it was quite. It just made me laugh when I found out who won because I was like, it's like I see why because of the game. But one, we have Erika Mori as Alex Chen from Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Okay. Hinako Esposito as Anton Costello for Far Cry 6. Jason Kelly as Colt Vaughn. Maggie Robinson as Lady Demetrius.
Of course.
Was Yoma Okaga as Juliana Blake, and the winner was Maggie Robinson.
You just perved on, man. You just perved on, man. Let's be real. The woman was perved on, even though she's an antagonist in Resident Evil 8. People just perved on her, fam, man. That's all it was.
Yeah, but you know what? Like they worked on that, innit? Like they worked upon that fact. And
yeah.
Fair to them.
It got them an award. Well done.
Yeah, it did.
In the end, it made them money and it got them an award. So
there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, like
there you go.
They capitalized on it.
Yeah, I'm saying exactly.
That's true. That's very true. You know what? Make your money, make your bread, fam. And now, get your awards.
Honestly. I didn't even do this. Okay, best VR and AR. Hitman 3.
Yeah, I remember that. Who won that one?
A game called I Expect You to Die 2, Lone Echo 2, Resident Evil 4, and Sniper Elite VR. And the winner was making a comeback, Resident Evil 4.
Of course, it's Resident Evil 4.
Resi 4 on VR must be a scary.
I don't want to play it.
I've never played 4, but apparently the game's scary.
I don't want to do it.
Or there are some elements that can scare you in it. Because I'm not gonna lie, in terms of Resident Evil, I've only played 5 and 6.
So
and to me, they felt like action games.
Yeah, because they changed the series.
And Revelations 2.
They changed the series at that point with the games that you're playing. It's
really?
Mostly like it's like 1 to 4 that's the scary ones. But 4 was like the one that was kind of transitioning from being a horror to more of a action game.
They turned it to Mission Impossible.
Basically. And then also they went back.
That's basically what they did.
Is
there any other nominations we missed before we get to the main one?
So I was looking at it, I was like, I'm trying to think of what we Fighting family. Family and sim strategy. Content creator of the year. Oh, this is like, okay, that's YouTube. Okay. Don't know about any of this.
Forget about it.
Let's see sim strategy. Again, these are games that like with sim strategy. Family game. Okay, so the best family game goes to, or the winners, or the nomination, sorry. It Takes Two. Jake is going to feel offended. Mario Party Superstars.
Oh yeah, he did.
I remember he won this a bit.
New Pokemon Snap. And then Super Mario 3D World, which is actually a great game. I'd like to point that out. And WarioWare. And the winner wasn't
Animal Crossing a part of that?
It Takes Two.
Nope.
Oh,
it's funny because usually Nintendo dominates that category, and
I'm surprised. Animal Crossing wasn't involved
because it was last year it came out. That's why.
Okay, fair enough.
But it's just funny that all of the games were Nintendo except for the one that won, and they didn't win at all. That's crazy.
They released so many.
It Takes Two winning again. Not surprised. A lot of people played it. A lot of people streamed it. Seems like a vibe.
It does, you
get a laugh out of it.
You can. I think apparently it's like a really deep game as well. Like the story behind it, when you hear about the why, like the beginning bit. Like, okay, so it's like a journey, it's like a whole kind of. And the thing about the game as well, I didn't know. If you're first player, the controls are more like advanced and intermediate because it's like people who know how to play the game. Then the second player, if like you don't know how to play the game,
novice.
That character can be that character could be the novice. It's very interesting. So why not?
To be honest.
One thing I found out just quickly, right, is that game got really popular because of couples. So it's like lots of people were playing
that doesn't surprise me.
That doesn't surprise me. It was a smart marketing move. I mean, a storyline based around a relationship already is a whole different thing as well.
People can relate to it because there's how many relationships going on out there?
Exactly.
Many gamers in relationships. Even you got gamers in relationship. You got gaming couples. You got someone that's a gamer and someone that's not a gamer. You can get the non-gamer involved and you'll probably like it.
Yeah, because to be honest, they went a different route, because think about it. This is a whole category that's dominated by Nintendo, and Nintendo games are usually some of especially the ones in this category, are games that are user-friendly. Anyone who doesn't know how to play it can play it. But then this is a game that's not on. I don't even know if it's on Switch. Probably it is, but it's not. It's not a Nintendo game. It's not in the category. It's not a Nintendo game. It's an EA game.
Yeah, sometimes you need a change.
That's why I was like,
change. And like, listen, the whole vibe of the game is completely different from what we are used to being released. Like most games we know that are releases, kill, stab, punch, and bleed.
Yeah.
This is a couple working together to get through shit. Like sometimes difference is good, you know. When we get the same shit just regurgitated differently, it's like, I'm tired. Can we get something?
Even the whole thing with like couples and like one of them is a game and one of them is not, like it makes a lot of sense with what you're saying about how the first player is the advanced controls and then the second player is the easier one. Like it makes a lot of sense. Like to get
so what they did, because I think it's like, like the puzzle bits where it's like, oh, you need one player to control this, one player to control that. So they make the player one do like the harder puzzles, or the one that has to do the more gruesome ones, and then the person player two is the one who's like helping and assisting. So it's a good way. It's like for family friendly. Like can't lie. Kudos on them. Like
it makes
them.
sense.
I mean, not to EA, mainly just the person who made it.
Man does not want to give EA his dues.
I'm not doing it. You can't make me.
They got to do a lot more to get my respect. But
I don't blame you, man. Do not blame you. So are we moving on to the main event?
I'm down.
We can go to that one.
It's time to move to the main event. Game of the year.
I mean, so the nominees were Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil: The Village, and the winner
before you announce who won. Was there any games that you were surprised made the category?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. Well, I'd probably say Psychonauts 2 and Ratchet and Clank. Because I think with Marvel, I would have thought that Marvel or like Forza would have been in there.
I'm surprised Forza wasn't in it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Forza would be in it.
Yeah. So when I was surprised with Psychonauts and Ratchet and Clank, I was like, raw. But
me,
the winner,
I expected Ratchet and Clank personally. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't make the list.
Yeah, I'm surprised at Psychonauts, to be honest. Psychonauts is more of that kind of underdog kind of game. Like, you don't really hear about it. Like, people who know about it know, but people who don't.
Yeah. If you know about it, you know about it.
Yeah.
If you don't know, forget about it.
But
the winner, I was trying. I'm like, it's fine. I don't mind if they win, but because it was the winner was It Takes Two. So that means EA won Game of the Year. That makes me bet.
Yeah, I guess so.
But that one, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I can see quite a lot of people. Like, I can see it being a 50-50 split. Some people be like, yeah, cool, it won. And other people thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it's just like,
But this is what got me. You see the guy that accepted the award. Obviously, he was mad happy. But you know what? My man was moving as if to say he knew he was going to win the award.
He was sitting right at the front. He was sitting at the front.
I got the vibe that he already knew he won. So it's just like prepare your speech. Prepare your emotions. My man was excited. And obviously, my man made his speech. And then he said something along the lines of like loving children. And what did he say? He was like, if you don't have any children, go get some. Or something along them lines. I'm not phrasing it properly. But then weird. I'm just there thinking,
that's a weird statement.
If you don't have any children, go get some. Brother, that is kidnapping.
Is it? No, but to be honest, that guy is mad. Like, he was at like previous award shows where he was one of the speakers that would come up and speak and
just full of energy.
Yeah,
is he the Kanye of the Game Awards?
Or was he just a Looney Tune?
I think he's just a Looney Tune. I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago now, there was one where he was up there, and I don't know if he was drunk or something, and he's just talking a lot of rubbish. I think he swore as well. Obviously, you're not supposed to swear on the streaming it. But apparently, he must have swore or something, and he would say, I don't know what he was on about. He was just talking a lot of nonsense.
Someone's there.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
I'm not surprised, bro. My man just he seems to be that kind of guy. He lets his emotions take over him. He might just wear his heart on his sleeve, fam. Obviously, you're working on the game. You're working very hard. It's one. You're ecstatic.
Yeah, because
come on, you won the most prestige award. My man won the WWE title, fam, at WrestleMania. Yeah. That's basically what happened. Like, who wouldn't be happy?
Yeah, to be honest, like, it's a very good point. Like, to win that is quite a big achievement. Not even quite, it's a huge achievement because your game.
I feel like the fact that if you're nominated for it, that's already an achievement in itself.
Yeah, that's very.
Was Guardians a part of that Was Guardians a part of that list?
Nope. That's what I said. Nope. I was back. So I was like, I didn't think some of the games that were there would have been nominated. But one thing that I say that made me laugh about this guy is that you see everyone came in like smart casual clothing, like suits and stuff.
What shirt, jeans, and dead looking trainers. That's what everyone seemed to do, fam. Dead looking trainers or like boots.
That was a lot of people up there.
Yeah.
If it wasn't shirt, it would be a jumper. If it's not a jumper, it would be blazer, jeans, dead crep. I guess that's the vibe, innit?
That was the vibe, I guess.
How the flip did my light turn on?
Huh?
Who's connected? Somebody's connected to my feed. That's
Are you right there?
Yeah, what's going on?
I think so. No, my light just randomly turned. One of my lights just switched, so I'm like, What do you mean?
Difficulties.
We're experiencing some technical difficulties, you know. What on earth? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, man. Look, at the end of the day, congratulations to It Takes Two. It won Game of the Year. So
and shout out to the guy. EA, do your thing, innit? Do your thing.
Yeah, like whoever you got to make that game, keep them in it.
Yeah, because I don't know how, but yeah, he did it.
He's got energy. He was entertaining. So that's something, man.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he did his thing. He kept you away from the sports games and the PvP games. He ventured into something different.
I think that's a lot of people have been wanting though, because especially within the past, obviously during this period that we're in right now in the world, like it's just a lot of the same type of games right now, and everyone's just kind of been playing the same type of games over and over. Yeah. Everyone's just kind of sick of it now.
What in bleed? That's all. All the games we've been playing are violent games.
Not even just like violent type of games, but just the same type of genre type of games. So it's just we've kind of been cycling between different ones, but they've all been the same type of games.
Yeah, and I hear that. But they went different this time. I think they kind of utilized it. I think for going for a multiplayer game that people can play, or like that whole split of like having someone who, as you said, who plays games and who doesn't. It's allowing that person to be involved whilst in lockdown. Like it's still in that bit where
engagement is key.
Yeah,
engagement is key.
Like think about it. A lot of people played the games with the other half, innit? So.
And that's why something like Animal Crossing blew up last year, because it was something completely different to the other games that were coming out during this time. Do you know what I mean? And it was something.
The thing is, even though Animal Crossing is not the type of game I would ever play, I do understand why it does have a fan base.
It does. I understand.
I can't say it's a shit game because obviously the fan base is strong. I don't think it's a shit game. I just know it's just not a game for me.
Because in general, Animal Crossing is a good series anyway, but because of the time it came out in, and obviously the whole kind of thing like, you're escaping to an island, you're making your own kind of life there, like, and obviously things are just kicked off here in real life.
You're just doing life simulator, bro, but you're animals. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's the only difference, man. You're just fictional animals. That's all it is. Fictional animals that can't speak.
My thing that made me laugh is about Animal Crossing. Don't hate me for this. Don't come for me. Look, is that the fact that you're in debt to a raccoon? when you get out of the debt, he convinces you to get into more debt.
Yeah, he's a villain. He's a villain of the series, man.
He's a villain.
Every single game is the same thing. He's like, yeah, we'll give you a house, but you got to pay like $1 million something to pay this off. Like, okay.
And you accept the deal?
You can't say no.
you can't say.
You're already there. Like you've already moved. Like
man. build a museum in the village. Until then you are in debt to me.
Is that what you can't pay? So you work for me now.
Bruh, I own you.
Was there an option for no? Not
I own you, bitch. I own you.
Own you.
Even when you're dead, I own you. I own you. I own you.
And then you pay it off, and he's like, but your house, like, it could be better. Like, let me loan you some more money. He literally does that. He does that to you. He's like, that could be a bit better.
Out of it, and man said, listen, congratulations for getting yourself out of the hole. I'm going to build a digger one. I'm going to dig a deeper one for you. I'm going to push you in.
And it's even more money. It's like redecorate is even more than actually building the house. Where did that come from?
This is just like self-refusing perfect mode. He was like even more perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect after perfect.
Yeah, perfect after perfect.
There you go.
Perfect after perfect. Yeah.